everybody. We are back and live and streaming today, and very excited to um, bring bringing many more interesting businesses that can help us understand this and unpack this ecosystem called entrepreneurship. Today's business owner is actually someone that is based in my neighborhood, running a business that I didn't even know was a thing. Who knew? Her name is Lakeycia Cooper-Garcia. Her company is Lollipops and Gumdrops Boutique and Mobile Spa Business. As many of you know, the spa industry, especially over COVID, exploded. Health and wellness became a thing. But now it seems it has stretched into our youth community. It's become just as important and just as lucrative. And so this young lady has built a business on that, and she's going to tell us all about it. Hey, Lakeisha, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Thank you for agreeing to join us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
First of all, I want y'all to take note of her background there. It's
This is it.
very, very spotlight.
Yes.
And definitely for a young lady, for sure.
Yes.
So it's
Absolutely.
sort of right before you got on that, this was a business that I actually initially, when I spoke to you, I was like, that's a real thing. Like people are really paying for that. But then I thought about, Disney makes, an insane amount of money each year
Hmm.
doing, the prince's makeup scenario. So it sounds like it's a fun industry, but it also sounds like it would be something that you're sort of starting from scratch almost because it's so new as a real industry. Tell us first of all about the business, about you and the business.
Well, Lollipops and Gumdrops Children's Spa is my baby. I absolutely love um, this magical place that I created, but it was formed based upon a need.
Mhm.
I used to work for the school board of Broward County. I just recently retired in July to go full fledged with my business.
Oh, wow.
Um, I saw the need of children needing, um, they have self esteem issues,
Hmm.
needing help with self care, different things. Because when you look better, you perform better.
Hmm.
And not only that, but it's also fun. And we create an innovative way to help enhance a little girl's self-esteem by pretend play and dress up. And so I got the idea based upon a need as well, but I was an event planner,
Okay.
and
All right.
on the weekends. And so I was an event planner, and I would plan different events, adult events as well as kids, but I enjoyed the children. So we
Right.
would go into hotel rooms and people's homes and create this magical atmosphere. And then COVID hit.
I was
Okay.
about to say, the event industry shut down
Shut
completely.
down completely,
Shut down
completely
completely.
closed, everything closed. So I was working as well, but then I was able to sit back and brainstorm a little bit about, the stress. It was
Mm.
stressful to everybody, the parents. I'm a parent, and I was being the teacher, the principal, the mom,
Mhm.
everything. So I was trying to brainstorm what is it that we can do to help enhance these kids, get them out a little bit. So everybody thought I was out of my mind insane when I decided to open this business during COVID. Like,
I gotta say, I read that, and it's in particular because it's it was one of those industries where people have to touch your face and your hands, and that was one of those things they were like, don't touch.
correct.
So, and you're talking about children, and there was all this controversy around, can children get it? Can they not get it? So you started at a pivot, like literally your pivot was from events to doing this.
Correct.
What type of research did you do in advance that sort of said or substantiated this could work?
So first of all, I could barely find anything. Um, I I I I was looking up north in different areas, north of us, because it's so this industry is so new and
Mhm. Mhm.
it's so unique.
Mhm.
I could barely find anyone that was doing this business. So we actually are the first Black-owned children's spa in this entire city of Miami.
Wow, very
So
cool.
we there are others. I just launched a spa bus as well. We'll talk about that later. But the spa industry, of course, is very lucrative and it has a lot of information, but it's not many things that kids can do to come and relax.
Right.
Come a place that only service kids, that can get their nails done, that probably can do like a mini facial. Everything is for pretend play, but it's just the fact that we will offer them an experience that they will
Right.
remember, and also that they will help promote. So when they walk out of here, they know that they're a princess. When they walk out
Right.
of here, it's different. It's a different when they come in the doors. Their faces just light up, because first of all, people don't think that something like this is can't be in a historic over town. Let me just say that.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I would
And,
imagine that would have been
and
your first, but I get why you're here for
correct.
two reasons: your target market and probably um, expenses. Yeah. So, but here's the thing. So you're right. I was doing a little bit of research. I like to do a little bit of research on the
Hmm.
person as well as the industry. I could quickly pull up numbers for spas. Basically, it's a excuse me, sorry, a $19.3 billion industry, and spas can make upwards of $880,000 a year. But when you started to really try to delve into what segment of that were for you, it's not a lot of information. So
Mm-mm.
it really did lead to me, even looking at, the one entity that I know had been doing this for a very long time, you couldn't get actual numbers. So you really were stepping out on faith. So, but what I find interesting is you're in one of those industries where you're marketing to young people, but you're selling to adults.
Absolutely.
So what kind of marketing strategy did you have to implement and come up with in order to make sure you're making impact on both of those folks?
Well, with the children, we would send home uh, flyers and different things from the different parks and different community activities and things like that. And then when we get on social media, we have our website. We send out email blasts to those who may have signed up at one point, who we have maybe assisted at one point, and then they begin to tell other people.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so I didn't really have to do a lot of marketing in the beginning,
Okay.
because it was pretty much word of mouth. And it just spread. It spread it so into the fact that other people wanted to do it, wanting
Oh,
to
really?
to do something of this nature. And a lot of young ladies have contacted me. What did you do? How did you start? What happened? Well, I tell them that I funded both my bus and the spa myself. So
I
it
was
was
going to
something.
ask you that. I was like, where
Yeah,
does this magical funding come from?
listen, it wasn't cheap. So it's like, we wanted to create something magical, like, because I have daughters, and I would take my daughters. I'm a Disney girl. I
Mhm.
absolutely love Disney. I probably, everybody who knows me knows I could probably go there twice a month.
Okay.
Whenever I
Wow.
Whenever I
Wow.
have a full time, we have annual passes for over 10 years. It's crazy. We're Disney people. So I love magic. I love the atmosphere of changing, a child, like even adult, as being an adult, I think it's important to feel magical,
Right.
feel something that's sensual, feel something that's self-care, that's keeping, stimulating your mind, just relaxing, just hanging out, doing something great, right? So I wanted to create the same magic, because when I would take my daughters to places like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and different things that was
Mhm.
at Disney, and I said, you know what, I need to do something like this because I love it.
Right.
I absolutely love it. So when I was doing my design for this place, this is all came from my head.
Mhm. Oh,
And
nice.
I
Very
wanted
nice.
to I wanted to design something that will make someone's face light up when they come in. And so when we did this, my husband was like, you got to be crazy. Like it just this is insane because it was very expensive,
Right, of
to
course.
do something like this.
Yeah.
And so I was telling him, I said, listen, babe, we're gonna do it. He was like, so he believed in it. He believed in me, and he was like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. And he
That's
was like,
cool that
okay,
you had a partner
yeah.
who was as supportive because I mean I can only imagine again without having any background on other success stories, no models.
Whether it was gonna work or not.
Right, exactly. Like you really are winging it. But it's funny. One thing I did find in my research is said um, parents are willing to spend $150 to $250 per hour for something like this. I gotta
Absolutely.
say, is that on a regular basis or is that like sort of party atmosphere? And is that pricing comparable to what you are at now? And how did you come to those numbers?
Okay, so we I did my research with other
Mhm.
kids spas. There are
Okay.
some here in Miami, and but they're not brown black owned.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
so with that being said, I wanted to be able to target both cultures. It doesn't matter what color you are. You're gonna come in here. You're gonna feel the same magic.
Okay.
So I price point. I had got my numbers by the services that they provide.
Okay.
Their
Okay.
numbers were way more than mine, and
Okay.
so I was like, okay, I don't think I need to charge that much. But the numbers that we came up with is very is some
Pretty
people think it's
comfortable.
expensive, some people think it's expensive, but some people don't.
Okay.
And I I I did a little bit of research as far as the services and what it would cost me to service a kid doing X, Y, and Z, and how much
Okay.
will I spend to be able to do that. And it wasn't a lot. So
Okay.
that's how I came up with my price. My base price, I believe we start at $115,
Okay.
and
So
we have
you're
more
comfortable.
than that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You're pretty
very,
comfortable.
very comfortable. So parents are willing to pay that.
Right for that.
And without a shadow of a doubt, we have people not only from the community, but people that come from Miramar, Boca, Miami Gardens, everywhere. I had a baby coming here from London. They were vacationing,
Whoa.
and someone was staying at the Duns Josephine, and they was from Chicago, and they brought their baby here. It was just like, it was just different. Somebody came from Daytona and had a birthday party here. So it was
Right.
like, we bring people to the community, and that's why my mom wanted me to start this business here, because I was going to start it somewhere else.
Right.
And she said, no, I think that's needed in Overtown. Not because of, but Overtown is definitely up and coming, but there
Hmm.
is a need here that we need to also teach our kids that it's
Right.
okay to be smart, pretty, and
Hmm.
girly. It's okay
Right.
and
That's
confident.
true.
It's okay. And you and I may look different. You and I may be two different people, but we are both beautiful, and we're going
Exactly.
to treat each other as such. So I
I
absolutely
gotta
love.
say, I'm about because I've read your bio and I'm gonna bring up something about you with regards to your mom. But and in full disclosure, I actually know her mother, love her dearly. And truth be told, her mother is the reason why I'm interviewing her because she was like, "You gotta interview my baby."
Yes, yes, she loves you.
So in this bio, there was a statement where you said there are many obstacles that you had to face being an entrepreneur, but with faith and perseverance, you turned a dream into a magical reality. What were some of those obstacles? And will you please share the quote your mom gave that gave you the inspiration to keep moving forward?
Some of the obstacles that I faced was people being able to see and believe in my vision.
Okay.
That was one of them, and also financing. I was able to, overcome those things that, people was thinking like, okay, this cannot be. You're not gonna make any money doing that. Even when I was
Yeah.
getting ready to lease the space that we're in, the company was like, okay, is that a thing? Like, because they need to know what you're doing. It was like, is that a thing? Like, what
Like
is
for
that? Is that real? You're gonna make money doing that? Listen,
real?
we are in the business of self-care, self-love, teaching a little girl to love the skin that they're in, and entertainment. And people pay for that.
Yeah, and that, I mean, like I said, I asked you, I was like, is that a real thing? I did. I was one of those people. But again, as you start to look back at a lot of evolution in my research, some of it said that there are adult spas that are now creating an environment for kids as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a thing.
Yes.
It's just not a thing we know enough about yet. And so
Correct.
you are definitely at the forefront of that. Um, have you found it to be, in your mind, a lucrative business and something that allows you to? I mean, you just quit your job and you're doing this full time. That's not for the faint of heart.
No.
So clearly, clearly you make some money. Have you
Right.
found it to be a slow process, or a surprisingly much more of an audience than you thought?
Well, it's both. Sometimes it's slow, and sometimes it's so much going on I can't keep up.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I just persevere. I just hit the ground running nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little team that I'm hiring now. At this point, I need
Oh,
to
nice.
grow it
Very nice.
better, and I it's just the fact that I'm so determined.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm.
refuse to fail. I'm not
Right,
failing.
right.
I
And what
refuse.
your mom say? You got to tell me what your mom
Yes,
said.
and what my mom always tells us, and this is her slogan for her nonprofit. Is she says, overtake it, never let it overtake you.
Okay.
So she was telling me, and I would cry. I would get so frustrated with just with things, and money not coming in as in the beginning, and money not coming
Mm-hmm.
in as and people not believing,
Mm-hmm.
people not supporting, and
Right.
and and that's okay. And it's also, and she would tell me, you're gonna get it. You're gonna just
Right.
keep going, overtaking. And she would just continue to encourage me, and my husband, and my sisters would, and my daughter will keep to continue to encourage me, because they said, this is your dream.
Right.
We can't boost this dream like you could. So
Right.
you need to keep going and don't stop. And I refuse to fail. I
So
refuse.
wait. Okay. So tell us about this bus.
Ah,
So, from the conversation that I shared with you, the bus has actually been a really good move for you. Um, Tell us how it came to be and how it has been a good move for you.
so the bus was supposed to be first. So I
Okay.
was supposed to get a mobile bus first, but this spot was open because I was thinking, okay, it's COVID, mobile will be better. But the
Hmm.
location became available, and so I got there first. So the following year, um, I think it was October of 2021, I was still thinking about getting a bus, and I was
Hmm.
telling my husband, because people come so far, because we're so far down south. People were coming from north, and they were saying, "Oh, we're coming, we're gonna come," but I just felt bad. I just
Right.
felt bad because now they're coming down, but then they come to our community, and they go to different places like Red Rooster and different places to go get food
Right.
and stuff like
Right.
that. Go to a little greenhouse and just hang out and drop the kids to me, and then come back.
Okay. That's a
So,
good
but
idea.
I felt bad because they were coming so far. So I told my husband, I said, well, let's try to see if we can do this mobile. So just so happenly, just like everything else happens by faith, and just falls in my lap. I just know that just a higher power, that's something else. Um, this guy was selling this bus,
Okay.
and he was getting ready to make a mobile barbershop out of it. And my husband was like, because I'm the type of person, well, when you give me a gift, I want it to be meaningful. Like I'm
Right.
I'm over purses and jewelry and bags. Give me a
Right.
big
Absolutely.
get,
Absolutely.
and so my husband bought me the bus for my
Far from
birthday.
that now.
Yes, far from that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he bought me the bus for my birthday. That was my birthday gift.
Oh, that's
And
so nice.
so
Very
I
thoughtful.
yes, and because he probably got tired of me talking about it. So he bought me the bus for my birthday, and when I was looking for a company to design it,
Mhm.
I found a company that was based in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And so the company that I wanted it to be pristine. I wanted it to be everything that this is. I wanted to be just like that. And I found the company, and then the company came. I felt so grateful that they came to meet me here. They
Mm-hmm.
came
Mm-hmm.
down, they flew down, they came to meet me, and they took pictures of everything. So everything in here is in that bus.
Is in that bus.
So
Okay.
it looks just like this. We have the greenery, the grass walls, the big mirrors, all that stuff. The only thing that the bus has that this doesn't, we have swings in the bus.
Oh, nice. That's so cute.
Yes, so
Now
we
I
have
want to
swings.
go play in the bus. That's so
They
funny.
designed, listen, they designed that bus like it was no tomorrow. So it was 2 days before my birthday. He purchased the bus in October.
Mm-hmm.
But he told me that was my birthday gift. I didn't know I was going to get it designed that quick. The guys came down and he called me and he said, "Babe, the guys are here getting ready to take the bus." I say, "Take the bus where?" He said, "They're getting ready to take it to Atlanta. We getting ready to get this thing done." I was like literally in tears because I was so grateful that he believes in me
Okay.
so
Yeah,
much
yeah, yeah.
until it was like he's like the backbone of this business. He does everything. He'll leave his job and come and drive a bus for me or something or do something. Like he was just down here. He had to come and change some lights for me. So it was just like, yeah. So it was, my thing is that the bus has been moving.
Right.
Like
And is
the
that
bus
your
is,
biggest revenue stream? Is that the business,
I
the
think
part of the
it is.
business
I
that's the
think
most
it is.
successful?
I think it is because we're able to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We go up in Broward County.
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked me to come to Treasure Coast the other day, and
Really?
so yeah, and so the bus has really been doing very, very well,
Yeah.
and we have been, really, really busy with that. And then the bus allows me to go out to community events. This is what I love. I love
Right.
that because I take the bus out to a community event and let the kids tour the bus. I probably do their nails or something.
Oh,
And
cute.
the
Very
parents,
good.
oh, they booking birthday parties. They booking
Oh,
birthday parties,
good.
parties. They saying come to the schools. We've been to schools doing career day and different things like that. So the bus has really been moving. And I'm so
So
grateful for that.
you tapped into something that's very important. This world called entrepreneurship, because it's not a lone venture.
Mm-mm.
You got a team, whether you're officially paying them or not.
No, I ain't
Right
paying them.
before we hopped on this call, my husband, I was like, I need you to edit something and fix something and turn on some lights or
Right,
something.
right.
So you always got to have that support.
Yes.
Um, how much information did you share with them before? Was it sort of a sit down? This is what I want to do. This is how I see it generates money. This is where I think I could get the support. Was it that formal, or was it kind of, I'm going to do this, but they jumped on board to help support? Is it a formal family business? I guess.
Well, I kind of, they didn't have a choice. So they my family, and my mom, our
Yeah, yeah,
family
yeah.
is
I know
really,
she'll jump on board. She's like,
yeah, she was on
she's
it.
your
Like,
biggest,
okay, what you want me to do? I can't do much, but what you want me to do?
she's
So
your
it's
biggest
the fact
fan.
that did have a conversation with my sisters and my husband and my daughters and everyone. All we sat together. They was like, "You really gonna do?" Because they know I've been talking about this for so long.
Mm-hmm,
I've been
mm-hmm.
talking about this for years and years. I think the first baby shower that I did, the little boy just turned 12.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
so it's been that long. It's been
Yeah.
that long. And I remember, and I've been doing events before that, but the first time that I've ever did a flyer and I said Lollipops and Gumdrops Children's Spa and Playhouse coming soon. That was 12 years ago. That was 12 years.
Wow,
And so
that's a
with
long
that,
time. Did it take you that long to get the money to pay for everything, or just the ebbs and flows of life?
I think it was just the flow of life.
Mhm.
The finances was, because we saved, so it was we kind of used our savings, but the finances was okay, but it was just the fact that I was able to take a leap of faith
Mhm, mhm,
and do it. Because again, people will say, well, that won't make too much money. That's not going to be steady. That's not
mhm.
going to be, but here I am going on 3 years.
And it might be that it's not steady, meaning day to day, but you definitely, I'm sure, have high peak times and low peak times. Like I would imagine your summer is going to be off, just insane.
Yeah, the summers are always busy, busy, busy.
Right, of course.
So yeah,
Because
and
you can go
now with last summer with that bus, because my bus has been here. We've had the bus in March made a year
okay.
that we've had the bus. And when I tell you that bus is busy and the spa is busy, like tomorrow we have someone who coming from Key Biscayne to come have a birthday party.
Oh, really?
And so we have so many, it's just like, it's so many. I'm so grateful for people. We got both moving. We got
Right.
both
Okay.
moving parts.
Good.
And
Good.
so now I'm looking into getting another location really soon. And so I'm
Do we
I'm
know where that is yet? And are you ready to look? News
no, I'm
break.
not ready to disclose it yet. I know where it is and I know what I'm doing. I
Okay.
know what I'm
Okay.
gonna, yeah, but it'll be disclosed soon, but it's gonna be bigger than this. And so I'm just excited. I've been every dime that we make, it goes back into the business.
Into the business. And so talk a little bit about that. There's always this conversation about how, when you're generating money. I know this has been a big debate with me as well. Is, do you pay yourself? Do you not pay yourself? Or how much of the money is going back into the business? What should you be? I heard a formula once from a well-known hairstylist who said she would put 50% of it back into the business and 50% would be her income per se.
Mhm.
Or I've also heard of some entrepreneurs who said they just put themselves on the payroll. They give themselves a salary to make sure
Right.
they're getting some income. So when in thinking about that, what have you been intentional about? This is what I plan to do with regards to the monies that I raise, putting it back into the business, or have you had to? There have been ebbs and flows because of life needs, that kind of thing.
Well, there's definitely highs and lows of it. Sometimes I may take something, I may pay myself, but most times I don't. And
Mm,
that's not a good thing.
no, it's not.
My mentor keep telling me, she was like, but you know what, I don't take a salary, but I take a salary, kind of like that.
Right, right.
Um, but every time I go somewhere, I'm always buying something for the business.
So it goes back to the business.
So it goes back. It
Got
goes back.
$5. I just spent $5. I spent 10. I've got
Yeah,
five. I spent 10 exactly.
yeah. So it's difficult to do. I'm gonna do better this year about that though. Because
We're gonna
my
have to
accountant,
start
she was like, okay, you are not doing this right. I'm just doing it the best way I could and I'm
that.
surviving. So
Yeah, I know
um
exactly. The
yeah,
doors
this
are
entrepreneurship, listen, just as you said, this is not for the weak. It is
it is
not.
not for the faint of heart. I think people feel like they can just hop out there and do it, but if you learn a lot about yourself as an entrepreneur. You really
Yes,
do understand your grit and determination when you become an entrepreneur for sure.
yes,
Because I want to quit every day. So
yes.
so tell us about your future plans. You did share you wanted to open up another store.
Hmm.
I did see in my research that there are a lot of franchises out there, people who are franchising out. Is that something that might, and since people are calling you right now asking you how you did that, is that something that's in your future as well?
I believe that's going to be in my future.
Okay.
I've had conversations with different attorneys about it. Trying to with this business model, it's amazing.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
With with regards to franchising, they think it's a great idea, but I'm just not ready. They think I'm ready now, but I'm not ready.
Right.
I'm not ready to relinquish. People say I have OCD or something. I just listen. I know a way that I like to do something, and I'm just not ready to relinquish it yet and to share. I want to make sure it's perfect, but nothing is perfect, right?
Right.
But,
Exactly. Exactly.
but I want to make sure everything is on an up and up because whatever
Mhm.
we franchise, it has to be the exact same thing.
Exactly.
So, and
Exactly.
that's what I wanted the ladies who were contacting me to know about. Um, when I do franchise, it's going to be the same thing, and I expect the same. Um, service. I expect the
Mm-hmm.
same customer care. I expect the same magical experience. When
Mm-hmm.
someone comes out of here, they will go on Google and make this amazing review
Mm-hmm.
because you've done everything that we've taught you to do.
Right,
So
right, right.
um, yeah, so we're also with our franchising, we're gonna add to be able to once we do decide to do that, I did tell them that I wanted to do at a licensed nail tech, to
Okay.
have that, a licensed esthetician,
Right. Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
be there. So I mean, even though we don't need it, it's all for pretend play. But what if we have a mommy and me day, and the mom wants to do something else that's not pretend play? You know, she may
Right.
want to do a real
Absolutely.
facial,
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
those things. So we're gonna have that as a part of it. So it's a lot of different areas that I'm looking into doing with that. But to answer your question, yes, that is in my future.
Well, you actually tapped on something that I find very interesting. I know there's a lot of licensing around certain aspects of the spa experience. Um, do you fall under that umbrella as well, or are there some um, circumstances where there are variances?
Well, because we provide service that's for entertainment purposes only. We
Hmm.
didn't need license, but I got them anyway. I took
Okay,
myself
okay,
I took
okay,
myself back to school, and I have a master's degree, but it's
okay.
not in spa. So
I was about to say, can you get a master's degree in spa?
yeah, yeah, no, it's not even, that's not even a thing. So um I just,
Okay, I'm being impressed.
I have college degrees, but it's not in this. And so I took myself back to school, and I just received my license with the state
Okay,
of Florida, for to being a nail tech, and I'm working
okay.
on my esthetician's license as well, just in case. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah,
need it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you just never know. So we are licensed,
At
in
least you'll have the
working on
knowledge.
that.
So when you are franchising out, you can make sure you're identifying
Absolutely,
those people who can deliver.
absolutely, absolutely.
So, two things before we go. First, I don't even know if you can you show us your area? I mean, it really is intriguing. I gotta say, I mean, can you get the camera and maybe show it, or or is that too complicated? Look at that
Let
little
me
chair
see.
over there.
This is some of that is
Oh, that is too cute.
You like it, and that's just a few things, and that's our we have our
Oh,
little
look
we got the cotton candy machine back
at
there for parties,
that.
and then we have our nail session
Oh, that's too
over
cute.
there, and that is some of our, let me see what else we got over here. It's a little bit messy because we were getting ready for a party, but um this is our drying stations with our cute mirrors over there.
Oh, is it cute?
And so yeah, and then the front. Um
I am loving those chairs, those pink chairs with
thank
the gold. That is too
Yeah,
cute.
that is my signature color. We love pinks, and everything in here is pink. It's amazingly beautiful. Let me turn to the front so you can see the front. We have the TVs, we have the nail stuff, then we have this other big nice, that's another TV. We have another chair over there, and that is our front area.
Oh, nice. That's very cute. That's very cute.
So
I like
yeah, so
that.
everything is amazingly pink.
It's amazing. Look,
And we
Tylee said your shop
and
is
boys,
very glamorous.
thank you. And that's what we're trying to give. We're trying to give glamorous and beauty in historic Overtown. Okay,
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
absolutely.
And ultimately beyond.
That's right.
ultimately,
That's right. That's
ultimately
right.
beyond.
That's right.
So great, great, great. And um, you know, what are your thoughts now about entrepreneurship? Again, we talked about you started this during COVID, and again, doing something that's so unique and different, and probably in all truth, you are an example of the person who could have a vision like this. I don't know that many people would have been able to see this. Um, How are you feeling now about entrepreneurship? This was the right move. You still waffling a little bit, or do you feel like this is the place and the space that you were born to be in, really?
Yes, I think I was. I again I worked for the school board for 27 years, right? And I did a numerous things, teaching, administration, but I retired as being an administrator. I
Okay.
think I made the best move ever, being a full-fledged entrepreneur, because I can not only because I can do what I want to do,
Right. Right.
not
Right.
just that, not just that, but I can work hard as something that I love. Something is
Hmm.
my passion, is my zeal. It makes me like we can be somewhere, and my sisters and my daughters and my husband, everybody cracks up at me because I be saying, "Oh, we go someplace." I say, "Oh, I need to put a spa here. I need to put a spa there." They be like, everywhere you go, you want to put a spa.
You just
You like,
stop.
I need to put a spa here. I need to put a spa there. Oh, and that's why I'm so happy, and I can come and go as I please. I can kind of do, and I'm able to do things like this. I was able to go to a conference last week to speak to some young people,
Mm.
um, with the OCYC, that Boss Up conference last week. It was
Oh,
amazing, and I love being around, being able to converse about entrepreneurship, business, and beauty.
right,
Like,
right, right.
that's I think this is the best. I'm so, people was like, it's always in the timing, but I think I waited too long. I should have been in this thing. I
Done
should have
this a
I should have
long
I
time
should have done it a
ago.
long time ago. But everything fell into place as it's doing now,
Right.
and I'm just excited. I'm able to go out and have meetings and conversation and just do different things that I couldn't do when I was working. When
You
I
know,
was
I,
doing
it's
just a 9 to 5.
it's funny. I took a workshop once where they were talking about industries that survive recession and emergency circumstances. Beauty
Hmm.
was one of them. So
Oh
you
yeah,
are definitely in the right industry, and you are an example of that. Starting a beauty business in a catastrophic
absolutely.
circumstance. So at this point, I feel like you can survive almost anything.
Anything, anything we can
Anything,
do
you
it.
will be okay.
That's why we can do it. We can do it. So I'm excited. I mean, this is our starter, and that's why I always tell people that people will say, well, when you expand and when you get, will you move? No, I'm not
This
moving
will be
unless,
the first, yeah, this will be
yeah,
the one that will always be. Right.
always right here, because this is our starting, and
Yeah.
this is where we receive opportunity. Not that everybody can come, but I definitely can give service.
Right.
I can be of service, and I want
Right.
to be somewhere where I can always make a difference. And someone told me, and I always put this in my mind, that if I'm in business just to make money, then I'm
Hmm.
in the wrong business.
Right.
I'm not in business just to make money, because the money is going to come. The money is
Right.
absolutely coming, but I'm in business to make a difference, and
Right.
also to be a blessing to some little girl or even some little boy, whomever, whatever
Right.
shade, race, or color, whatever they are. I want to make a difference.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really do appreciate you.
You're
Before
welcome.
we go, though, I want to find out, where can we find you? I want to make sure everybody can find out where you are.
Okay, we are located in historic Overtown. Our address is 1119 Northwest 3rd Avenue. And again, in the beautiful city of historic Overtown. Our website is Lollipops, www.lollipopsgumdropschildrensspa.com. I know it's long. We're also on Instagram. Instagram is Lollipops Gumdrops Spa Buzz. And also we have our event planning page is LG Events 2003 on Instagram. So that's where we can be found. And our phone number is 305-450-2933.
And we'll make sure we share this information
Yes.
on social media and the other platforms. Thank you so much for taking the time for us. I mean, you're actually in your shop, so I can imagine you got stuff to do.
No problem. No problem. Yeah, we're just prepping for an event tomorrow, but I'm so grateful for you having us on. It's just a great thing, and I want you to see the one of the faces of this business real quick before we go. Come, so you can say hi. This is our princess. I know you see her everywhere.
Hi. How
Hi.
are you? You look so pretty.
Hey, thank you.
She's like,
You see, she's a pink girl also. So
absolutely. Absolutely. We like
so
pink.
so they keep me going. They keep me on my toes, and I appreciate you having us and allowing us this opportunity and this platform to talk about my baby lollipops and gumdrops.
And please come back when you open up the second location. We want we
I
want to
will.
we want to stay tuned with what's happening.
Absolutely, I will. I will.
Thanks a lot. I'll talk
You're
to you
welcome.
soon.
Have a good one. Okay,
You
you too.
too.
Bye bye.
So, thank you everybody for tuning in and joining us for our live stream of this wonderful establishment. Again, it's Lollipops and Gumdrops Boutique and Mobile Spa Bus. Please check them out. We want to see you again next week, next Thursday, 5:30, right here. We have another live stream going out with regards to a business that is an unfortunate business, but something we definitely need to talk about. Um, Thank you again for tuning in. If you would like to see this show again, it will be on YouTube at this, Stephanie Creates YouTube channel. Tune in. Of course, you can see it on Talking Business. You can see it on Going Overtown. We'll also have it on Stephanie Creates Facebook Live. So thank you for tuning in. And if you like what you hear or like anything that you hear, please comment, like, share. We'll keep the information going. And check us out again on YouTube, Stephanie Creates YouTube, where you will see this show as well as 70 others, other business owners who've been able to share and help us understand this thing called entrepreneurship. We'll see you soon. Have a good day.